Hello there, and this is my latest installment of the movie logs where I discuss the movies that I've seen. Going back to using the webcam just for no reason other than I can. So there's going to be a little bit of lack of sync with the audio, but hey, it doesn't really matter, I guess. Now, last movie that I seen, and it was kind of a slow week for me because I only saw one film, and that was on September 11th, 2012. It was Samsara. Samsara is a film with no dialogue. It just shows you a string of different unrelated images around the world. And that's pretty much what it is images. And let me just say I didn't enjoy the film. I think most of the reviews I've seen, I've kind of liked the stuff. And it probably gives you an impression that I like everything. But in reality, I only go to see films that get a certain rating. What I tend to do is I go to Rotten Tomatoes app. What's the name of that app? Um, Let me see if I can find it real quick here. But I use their app and I look at the reviews. And if a film gets over 90% reviews, I tend to see it. If it's something that I saw the previews, the trailers to, or it just seems like something I would like to see, I go see it anyway, no matter what percentage of reviews that it receives. But if it gets 90% or more, I tend to will make an attempt to go see it. Flickster, that's what the name of their app is. And I use that app all the time. It's a great app. I'm not doing a commercial for it here, but hey, it works if you like going to see movies. So, I think it was in the 75% range, which is okay. Normally I look at films at 90% or more. And I wasn't even that enthused from seeing the trailer. But when it came out, I said, let me go give this film a try. And then Roger Ebert liked it. And I don't even think I'm going to pay much attention to Roger as much. I mean, Roger's here and there, but I respect him as a film critic, but, whatever. But anyway, I went to see this film, and let me just tell you what my problems were with the film. Not so much that it didn't have dialogue. I can get with a film that just shows me imagery, and um, but there was problems with the imagery that they shown. One thing, a lot of the stuff wasn't that compelling. It was just random stuff. I also felt that a lot of the imagery was kind of stereotypical. Asians in Buddhist monasteries, um, tribal Africans. I mean, I felt like I was watching, like I went back in time into a National Geographic 1920 or something. The imagery I thought was very much stereotypical stuff. Latino gang members covered with tattoos. All the cliches just were there. They didn't show urban Africa but 5 seconds. One film that I think kind of touched on had a different subject matter and different purpose, but was a better film is Working Man Deaf, which you can see on YouTube. Al Jazeera in segments posted the entire film. So look for Working Man's Deaf and in the search bar, and you'll be able to find the installments, which just shows a reflection of working people in the 21st century. That was the purpose of Working Man's Death. But I thought the imagery was compelling. Uh, Samsara didn't really have any purpose. It was just filming stuff. A lot of the stuff, there was no movement. A lot of still life, which, I love photography, but this is the film. I thought they should have worked with movement more. And when they work with movement, where they actually show people moving around doing things, I thought it was a little bit more compelling. Even a lot of those times when they showed people, the director required the people to stand perfectly motionless with a blank stare, staring. I thought it was kind of ridiculous, you know. I mean, these people are acting under the direction of the director. This is not what they decided to do. Obviously, they were telling these people, "Don't move, stay still," and it just seemed very unnatural, and it just you're turning people into paintings and still lifes. I mean, let them move, let them reflect who they are. I thought that was a terrible thing that they did in the film, and I didn't feel like I seen nothing new. One of the things is when you watch things today, we're so much bombarded with images. I can go on YouTube and I can type in anything I want, and I can see whatever type of imagery that I care to see at that time. So stuff is not new anymore. So, Samsara didn't really show me anything new. And as I mentioned Workingman Deaf, one of the things they show in Workingman Deaf is I believe these guys are in Indonesia. They do sulphur mining. They go up on top of a mountain and there's all these sulfur gases and everything, and they dig out these yellow cakes of sulfur. I can't even really talk English here. And then they put them in baskets and they carry them down, up and down the mountain. It's crazy. And they showed that same thing in Samsara that you see in Workingman Deaf. Now, Workingman Deaf, they show you the total context of what these guys are doing and how hard how hard the work is. Here, they just showed these guys for 10 seconds. I thought they were kind of jacking it from the other film. That other film, Workingman's Deaf, they do not own that image. They do not own that story. But I thought they just didn't do it well. I mean, if another film that's recently came out did it a lot better than what they did it, then that's a problem. Oh, man. So I didn't really like the film. Now, the one thing about the film is, I guess it's about 90 minutes or so. It didn't feel long, even though I didn't like it. I guess because of the multiple images and stuff is on the screen for maybe 10 seconds, 30 seconds at the most. It's, even though I didn't like the way they were portraying the images or the way they put everything together, I didn't really like it. The movement of image to image still kept things kind of moving along so that you're not sitting there bored. And I've been bored at films, waiting for it to end. So I didn't really feel like that at Samsara, despite not liking it. So that might be something that's sort of positive, where you can actually go see the film and draw your own opinion on it, but not feel like you're seeing something that's going to be torturous if you don't like it, So, yeah, that was the last film I saw, Samsara. And I'm really curious on the rollout this type of film might have across the country. I imagine it's going to miss a lot of places. But if you ever get a chance to see it, watch it and draw your own opinion. Thanks.